Damn, Eric. I'm not used to someone sending the link before me. You know what's crazy, Eric? I'm not trying to call anybody out, but I had someone message me the other day, and they were like, "Bro, I really wish you'd share the stream links." And I was like, "What are you talking about? Share the stream links?" And he's like, "I wish you'd share them more in the Discord." He's like, "Cause I only check the Discord, and I check the Discord every day for your streams, and I just don't see you in there." And I'm like, "Huh?" Like I didn't even know how to respond, so I didn't respond for like 2 days, and then I was like, then I finally had the balls to respond, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna send him screenshots. I'm not even gonna text respond. So I sent him pictures of like every time I've sent the link into chat, and I was like, brother, I send it in trade floor, I send it in levels and swings, I send it in VIP, I send it in lifetime. I was like, not only do I link this on X and everywhere else, I was like, I also post it 4 times in the Discord. So I don't know what else you need, brother. I was like, you need your eyes checked. I wasn't trying to be mean, but I was like, bro, it's like we shared the link like 500. If anything, I share it too much whenever our stream starts. I just thought that was funny. I had to share that. But yeah, good morning, guys. This morning we're just kind of bullish. There's not really much else I can cover beyond that. We were looking for this area to hold yesterday. Kind of, really anything outside of this. Whoops, that's not what I meant to draw. Anything outside of this and the bottom of this area here, that was kind of like our direction for the day. With Microsoft gapping up off of news to new all-time highs. I think that's an all-time high. No, two all-time highs, but not to new all-time highs. Which is funny because if you guys have been in my streams the past few months, we've been talking about why is this one not popped up to all-time highs. I mean, I'm not joking. I literally just talked about this yesterday. So that's awesome that we're already seeing that happen. It kind of is weird that it's off of news, but I don't give a shit. I was just wanting to be right. Let's go Netflix. What else? That was about it. We'll watch Spy for now. Right now, we're kind of getting the same open as yesterday in the same sense. We're kind of just gapping up to a level. So I'd wait to see what happens here at the open. But there is only one other level that's not on my screen. If you're looking for something for short-term control, that would be the gap up 50%. That's the only reason I haven't added it is because we already have so many levels everywhere else that are going to probably help us with direction. So plus, it's already kind of obvious. We know we're up. You know, we're up because we're above this. Now we're up even more because of Microsoft. So it's not like we can really bitch and moan about that. But yeah, good morning, good morning, good morning. Make sure you guys say good morning in the chat. Good to see you. You just spam refresh on my phone to see if you be streaming. I try to start streaming and send a link like literally within like 2 minutes. So you'll only end up missing 2 minutes of silence if you do that. I do appreciate that though, Eric. Excuse me, I'm tired. I always yawn a bunch after we have a day of 2 streams. I streamed a bunch yesterday, man, but it was fun. I don't know why I keep getting these like random like second wins from you guys on a Monday too. If you've noticed too, a lot of our longer streams the past few months have been like on a Monday, which is weird. We've really been destroying the productivity on Mondays. But I'm just happy to be here. Good morning, my peeps. Good morning to you, man. Good morning. Be sure to drop a like on the stream. It helps out a ton. At least it's what I'm told. Hold on, I'm going to mute my mic because I want to replug it back in. Good shit, Alst. He just sold his PayPal swing that he's had for a while. I don't think I could blame him, considering he's selling it on the back end of a gap up. Good shit, bro. Very, very happy for you on that one. And yeah, like we talked about in the I keep wanting to say the stream yesterday, but we had 2 streams. Yesterday's second stream when we covered like swing stuff and macro stuff on the bigger time frames. It really did feel like every chart was just a bullish setup. It really did. Some of them felt like they were too late to join in as a new trade, but a lot of them just looked like, okay, we're either going to go up or is this too obvious? It felt weird. But of course, then we get our Microsoft news today to kind of kick things off, so that's cool. I would also watch Microsoft today just to kind of keep a... I don't even know what I'm trying to say there, but just to understand that this is the thing that pumped us up today. So if this dumps today, I have to assume the rest is going to come with it. Well, I got some super small gains on Netflix, but I guess I can't complain. I called out a lotto swing yesterday in premium, but I don't like to call out too many lottos. We're 3 out of 3 on them, and that was the only one that didn't like completely fly off the rails. So I guess I can't complain. I really can't. Amazon is probably my favorite equity on watch today. I really like how yesterday on their gap up, they didn't really go anywhere. They just kind of consolidated. Whereas at least SPY went up, you know? Tesla went up at one point. But this really just kind of sat here. And there was good moves to the upside that rejected, good moves to the downside that rejected. So there's pressure on both sides of this range here. So my plan for Amazon today was watching levels outside, or watching for trades outside of that area. Or even if I like something that pops up in between here, I want to base it off of the level in between. So right now they are holding the level in between, but they did reject the top of that range again, just like yesterday. So keep an eye on Amazon. If we happen to have a late bloom market today, and let's say this holds, then bounces, and we make new all-time highs on Microsoft, let's say SPY bounces and all that good stuff, Amazon could be a really, really good watch to watch over this previous day high towards the 230s. So keep this on watch. It's also a good watch. This is why I like it as well for the other side. So if, let's say, everything keeps pulling back, and we see this level break, this picks up the probability of this pulling back. So keep Amazon on watch. I think this is a good watch for anybody to be looking at today for either side. It doesn't matter if you're bullish or bearish. So I think that's why I like this so much. Oh my god, the stop loss on the runner actually worked. I really need to watch this, but at the same time, I don't need to. But I need to because it's the same week. What is it at? 525. Check on that in a minute. I'm trying to keep that 689 level up there on the screen at the same time, but at the same time, I want to leave the bottom of that area down here as well, because I want people to recognize, like, we are bullish by a lot. This could pull back all the way to here and still get bought up. I just want people to know that. At least if you're in here watching me. I don't care if the market knows that. I'd prefer they don't, so you guys can take advantage of that. Sorry, guys. If I go quiet, it's because I'm trying to update something. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you guys. Good morning, Alce. Good morning, Maddie. I keep having YouTube errors. I think there's some YouTube server problems today. It keeps telling me I'm not giving enough video, but I'm literally copied all the settings it told me to put, so I think my YouTube's having issues today, guys. And I only know that because of this. A lot of the times, YouTube servers are fucked up is when I see stuff like this. Look, error, healthy, error, healthy, error. It's like, what the hell? So if your stream is lagging, it's probably not just you. Just understand that. It does say bad connection, though. Good morning, Queet Gaming. If that's how you say that, good morning. Good to see you. Good morning, Matty Ice. Good morning, Alst. Triple Q Strong has not broke below the open, while SPY breaking under 0.5%. Good call out. See, that's what I'm looking for. I have a huge decision to make here, guys, on Netflix. Good call out by Letterbuck. I really like that triple Q update. I saw you put it in the Discord as well. Very cool. All right, let's see our sectors real quick. So tech to the right, comms pulled back, banks look like shit. Discretionary is trying its best to work itself back up. That's your Amazon Tesla sector. Your staples are red. Your staples are red and your tech is green. Keep that in mind. That is, of course, somewhat helpful because of Microsoft doing its thing. So I don't want to sit here and pretend like that's doing that on its own. Small caps are getting abused, bro. Holy. Yesterday and today. And I don't think anybody even noticed. I was only posting updates on it yesterday because I was like, wow, this is getting destroyed. So I wanted to make sure I understood that. I mean, how do I trust a chart that did that in the first fucking candle? SPY still just pulling back, but honestly, we talked about this. Microsoft was the main reason we did go up, and it's not really going up anymore. It's just kind of here. So I'm not really that, like, freaked out that SPY's done this. You know, it didn't even try. If you go and draw your halfway point of your, I can't even grab the right damn tool, from your previous day close to your today's open, if you were to remove every single level except the 50%, just to kind of see it that way, that is what that will look like. And you can see we've actually didn't even really fight it. We just kind of broke it. So sellers are definitely in control. From the open, that is. Again, I don't want anybody to think that. Bulls are still very much around, right? Even if, like I said earlier at the very beginning of the stream, one of the first things I said was, even if they pull down to here, they could still get bought back up. So I don't think pulling back is a horrible issue today, if we see that price action today. And I think I finally have to exit my freaking Netflix, man. I didn't want to exit this yet. I wanted to hold this to at least like 600. I wanted to make at least 100 per con on that. I don't think I'm going to. Oh, I lied. I lied. Get fooled. TPing 620. 3 out of 3 on my lotto plays now. SPY, AMD, and now Netflix. Don't let anybody in this market tell you you can't swing calls on a day that SPY is going down. They are full of shit. Look at that. All SPY did was fall, and I was in longs on an equity stock that is inside of this. Pretty awesome. I need to take a screenshot. Netflix did this. While SPY did this. What's that, 140 per con? Nice, dude. I got exactly what I wanted. 140, then add 2 zeros, and then you divide original cost. Almost 30%. Fuck yes. I am happy with that, guys. We fucking killed it on a lotto. That's the weakest lotto I've had, too. Is 30, almost 30%. I'm happy with that. My worst lotto is a positive 29% trade, dude. We are fucking killing it. Alright, now I can focus on the market again, though. Because I'm not going to lie, it's kind of hard to focus on things when you're trying to swing something that's moving a lot. Like I said, Netflix wasn't just doing its thing. Also, this first candle was kind of like, what the hell? Because a lot of the times it will just kind of slowly trade to the right after a candle like this. This is the first candle of the day on the 5-minute. Looks like a freaking weekly candle. But even if that goes up more, I don't even care, man. I'm just happy my lottos are doing great. This is going to be one of those plays, though, where I look in the chat and I don't really get mad that nobody joined that with me, though, because that was like 3 times more expensive, almost 4 times more expensive than most plays that I call out. So if you guys didn't take that, I'm totally fine with that. That's not the kind of play I want you to make your first with me, but I am happy still. Now I can focus on SPY. I can interact with you guys. I can keep getting these fucking stupid warnings by YouTube telling me that their servers suck. I love that. Good morning, though, guys. I'm here to focus on you now. Sorry that I was, like, kind of quiet. I normally am, like, stupidly talkative in the first 30 minutes of the day, but today I just wasn't because I was really just trying to make sure I managed that trade very well. I'll even show you message proof so you don't see I was just sitting here on my ass. I was spamming. I was spamming it. Reposted the Amazon plan. 540 here. Stop loss break even worked very well. It's moving up again. 535 again. 1105 being stubborn. Might take the 10% here. It's 5.75 now. Right as I said that, it started going up again. 1108, 620, TP 620. So I was typing a lot. Just so you were all aware, I wasn't just sitting here quietly. But now we can focus. So SPY has broken the 50% of the overnight gap up. SPY is breaking a really good target from the larger time frames. See what it does here at the previous day close. If we get a break under all of these and previous day close, one has to assume we are going to just keep going down. I don't see what's going to stop it here. The only thing in its way right now is previous day close. Your previous day 50 is way the F down there. Honestly, I like this setup. It's a very clean chart. There's good levels placed everywhere. It's not like we're going to be lost, you know? I think everyone feels the short-term pullback, but understands that there is a lot of buyer pressure right underneath us around the 683s. So I could see this going down another $2, $2.50, but from there, I would probably expect some buying. We'll see though. You're still holding your UPS. Oh yeah, let me check those charts real quick. Let me check all those other ones that we had going. Fuck it, I'll just type them in. All right, so and this is a big thing, Oust, and anybody listening, if you're someone in here who's been paying attention to a lot of my swings, you've been paying attention in my swing streams, you've been really paying attention to the bigger time frame conversation stuff, this is for you. So even after you've taken a swing trade, you don't need to sit there and watch the chart, but the next day, definitely check it out. See how it's done. Where did it go from there? And you don't need to be sitting there looking at the chart in terms of like, oh, how much did I miss out? No, you need to be sitting here and going, all right, what happened after I exited? Was there anything else I could have done? Was there any signals that would have popped up that could have helped me trade this better? Or just have some better context? Is there anything like that? And you can see here sometimes you'll be like, oh, I sold at the high, and that's a good feeling to get because you did pretty good on it. But also to remind yourself, where can you look for in the near future to possibly attack that same chart again? Target's area would be this area here, and then UPS, we already talked about it, we just missed out on it, was this area. Because we traded from this candle to here, and now it's done this. So if you're taking profit here, you're not a moron. You're a genius. I'm really happy with a lot of our picks too. A month ago, 2 months ago, if you had came into this stream and said, "Hey, what stocks are y'all looking at?" You would have heard us say PayPal, TTD, UPS, Target, and we have killed all 4 of those charts. It's funny because this is the one that hasn't moved the most, and it's honestly done really well. When we originally traded, it was 46. So I'm actually really happy with a lot of the stock picks of the chat as well. Not just from myself, but from a lot of the big people in chat who post a lot. Because there have been really, really good tickers posted, and I've been seeing a lot of people eat. Really, it comes down to if you just engage, you interact, you pay attention, you will just inevitably bump into a play, in my server at least. Which is very cool, because it kind of sucks when you're just like roaming around charts, you don't know what you're looking for, you don't know what you want to trade. Did y'all see Leland's post? That's funny. He said PDC is just a level. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't matter. Literally holding low of day up. It's also funny, Woots posted ASST, and I think Sinful said he was looking at it. I see Oust looking at it. Young. I can't type today. Sorry, what's up, guys? What's up, Carter? I've been all over the place. I had to update the Netflix swing. I've been interacting with the Discord, too, because there's a lot of really good posts in there this morning. And then you guys here on YouTube. How's it going? My YouTube stream is lagging today. I think it's YouTube server side, though. We already kind of confirmed that with the stream health. Every minute, it's changing from error to stream is healthy. So But so far, we've seen a breakdown from the open to the 50%. From the 50%, we saw it break, get down to the previous day close. I'm not going to lie to you. I was still swing trading, so I didn't pay attention to this while like trying to short this. But I did come in here real quickly and say, as long as the previous day close is here, you should wait. Any rejection of the 0.50 and then a breakdown of the previous day close can bring 683s, right? A retake of the 0.50 after holding the previous day close can bring the recent highs. Does everybody understand that? Can I get a bunch of thumbs up or something? I need everybody to understand what the hell to expect, because I'm so tired of people not making money in here. Let's make more money. I see the same people making money. Let's keep making money. Does everybody understand that? It's a very basic plan. If you don't know what the hell you're looking for, it's because you're not equipped for it. You need to go through the Candlestick Handbook. You need to ask questions. You need to interact more. There are things to go through. It's not just break level, buy call, break level, buy put. That's caveman thinking. If that's what you're using to trade, you are doing it wrong. We do not caveman in here. Though we like to act like a caveman sometimes. Let's make more money, exactly. And it gets me because there's so many people in chat I see that are doing amazing, but I still see a good number of people who aren't even joining in on it. And it's like, come on, man. I see people that I haven't seen talked in months coming out of the woodworks just to join some of these plays. I'm happy for these people. I want to see more of the people that are in the chat start to do this stuff, because it's not just, oh, Bueller streams. Like, there's so many more things than that. There's so many people in chat posting amazing things. This isn't a power trip. Like, why aren't people listening to just me? Like, it's genuinely like, I hope you guys just listen to the chat more. There's so many really good posts in there, informative. I don't think, at least, that there's anyone in there trying to maliciously hunt people down to get plays called out. You know, there isn't anything going on like that. It's just people actually just trading. And it's not just smaller time frame stuff. If you want leaps, you want spreads, you want futures trades, you want swings, you want you want quick scalps, like, that is all in there. Because guess what? This system is powerful enough to cover it all. It just needs price action. It doesn't need to know what market it is. Hey, Bueller, does your strategy work on Forex? Does your strategy work on futures? Does your strategy work on equities? Like, it's all the same shit. If your strategy only works for one type of market, what kind of strategy are you working with? I've never understood that. Oh, my strategy only works on SPY. Sorry, guys. You can't trade this on Forex. You can't trade this on futures. You can't trade this on Tesla. Like, what? What kind of strategy are you working with there, bud? Full port calls if PDC breaks. Got it. Yes, Robert. You're on it. I'm just passionate, man. I want to see more people kicking ass, because there's some really awesome people in chat kicking ass. I'd even say some of my passive traders are kicking ass right now, which is kind of sad if you're not right now, because a lot of those guys are doing great. And it's not like they're, reaching for risk every 5 minutes. Reaching for risk. What a crazy set of words I just said. Wait till 10 a.m. I mean, you don't have to wait till 10 a.m. But it is good to get some context first in the morning if that's what you like to do. I'm not going to hate. But it is good to wait. Get some more context first. Take a more high probability decision. Oh, were you saying that because of consumer confidence? By the way, that is why we got this candle, or why we're getting this little weird price action right now. Because we have consumer confidence coming out. I just don't think it had much importance today. That's why I put the word can right here. Can. It's a very key word. Bigger news events that can bring volatility. Now, this might mean a gap on your chart. This might mean a bunch of ugly-ass wicks. This might mean a bunch of crazy-ass movement. But this is what came out today. Tomorrow we do have some news coming out. Might not be the most accurate. Then we got GDP data, like I said, might not be the most accurate. Friday PCE an hour before open. And then you have a lot of earnings this week. I believe today you have... Yeah, today you have Visa, PayPal, UPS, which these already happened. Visa's after hours. Tomorrow in the morning, you have Caterpillar, Verizon, Boeing. After hours, you have Google, Meta, Microsoft, eBay, Starbucks. Meta, Google, Microsoft, yeah. So you got a lot of big earnings coming up. And then right after that, you got Apple, Amazon, Merck, Eli Lilly, MasterCard, Chevron, Exxon, AbbVie. Like, there's just so much shit coming out this week. In terms of earnings reports, I don't want us to be in here freaking out. Yeah, good job. And thanks, guys. Be sure to drop a like on the stream. I'm happy you guys are paying attention. Thank you for the thumbs up so you guys can let me know, hey, we know what the hell the game plan is. I appreciate that. I saw Netflix went higher. Yes, don't tell me. We don't care. You're not supposed to hold the same week that long. On a volatile move like that. Yeah, YouTube's bugging, bro. It just said there were 34 people in here, and then it bumped up to 88. And now it's back at 21. Bro, this is weird. I wish y'all saw the numbers on my screen. Y'all are just fluctuating, but I know it's not actually moving. That's actually so weird. I've never seen a bug like that ever. In the multiple years I've streamed on this platform. Which is funny, because I would still say this platform is doing... I'm so glad we're not on Twitch, guys. I don't know if y'all seen the Twitch drama, but I'm so glad we're on YouTube. There's nothing but weirdos on Twitch. It's probably a good thing we stayed on YouTube and never made that move. And Kick, kind of pointless to go. You know, people keep talking about the hype of Kick, but the average viewership of a normal streamer on Kick is actually like single-digit numbers because there's just nobody on Kick. People only go to what they're used to, right? So if you're used to Twitch, you're going to go to Twitch. If you're used to YouTube, you're going to go to YouTube. If you're used to fucking Facebook streaming, that's what you're going to go to. Like, it has nothing to do with Kick sucks or Twitch sucks or YouTube's the best or anything. It's like, dude, this is just where people go. People know to go to check YouTube. People know to go to check Twitch. They're not going to check Kick. So now with the fall of Twitch, we might be seeing the rise of YouTube again in terms of streaming platform. So that's kind of cool. I don't mind benefiting from that. And if we're being honest, YouTube really needs a win, man. Ever since they got that other CEO and then got rid of them and then got another one, it's been a problem. It's been hard for them to maintain, like, restrictions and, like, the new things they want to come out on the platform without looking like a complete communistic party. It's pretty wild. What they need to do is hire me for a very, very small amount of money. Very, very small. I'll take the smallest check at all of Google to work at YouTube. I would love to actually come up with, like, legit updates that this platform could benefit from. There are so many things they could be doing. On the streaming side of things, on the video making side of things, on the creator side of things, on the consumer side of things, the person who's watching all the shit. There's so many things that could be done on YouTube. But they're too focused on making the UI look better. I don't know if y'all noticed the UI got updated again. Not all of it, just some of it. But yeah, guys, right here on SPY, we're just kind of waiting for that purple range to make some noise. Still holding the previous day close, which is a good sign for buyers. I would like to point out, though, that tech hasn't really gone anywhere, and this is what was moving us the other day, as well as this morning with the gap up on Microsoft. As you can see, Microsoft hasn't really gone anywhere. I know I closed my XLs, but I would also like to bring this up because without even looking, I think I could see that Staples are trying to come back. Yes, Staples are trying to come back up, and tech is still sitting there. We talked about the short-term similarities this can have. With Staples going up, caveman thinking is that if Staples go up and tech goes down, the market goes down a little bit. This could also just be completely related to rotation. But I'm not an algorithm, so I can't tell you instantly. Amazon's still in the range, so if you're wanting an extra watch, Amazon is still there for you. I don't know what Apple did. Okay, they're just kind of chilling too. Makes sense, tech is doing all the same. That's why I keep checking my Tesla and Amazon, because these are not tech. These are XLY. Yes, they are in the triple Q folder, but in terms of spy sector, no, they are not. They are not true blood tech. They are discretionary. And as you can see, discretionary is being rotated into. If you've been joining my streams lately, I've been talking about... Dude, I couldn't have been more correct on that. Holy shit, guys. Let's go. What is Google doing? If Google's green... Okay, Google's not green. That would have been too fucking perfect. If you've been joining my streams, yesterday in the second stream, we talked about what sector do we think is going to come up the most. And I even talked about individual stocks, because if you look, like a lot of your big tech weights are all at all-time high or above it or right under it, right? Microsoft was nowhere near it. Today they caught up, right? They gapped up off news. Discretionary, if you go to the XLY chart and compare it to XLC and XLK, XLC is the lowest. XLY is kind of like the median between the two, and tech is at all-time highs. So if the market continues to move up or has another gap up like today, we should see some pull on those sectors that need to come up a little bit. You could even argue staples need to come up a little bit. They might even be a little bit too far down. So when money rotates, staples will be in a good risk-reward position. When tech slows down, comms and discretionary, XLC, XLY, those will also be in good positions for you to take advantage of. I really, really hope you guys are paying attention, because these have been things you can be doing on your own. You could be just straight up looking at a chart, pointing out its positioning is different than the rest, and then take advantage of it based on how SPY is moving. That is very, very powerful. That's always been one of my favorite things to cover in these streams and in my group too, is the sectors. I love the XLs. I love the thinking behind this. It's so easy. It's basic. It's not that crazy. It's not complex. It's not like a rocket scientist taught it. So I like it a lot, and it's very impactful. It's what makes up SPY, the S&P. A lot of people don't know that too. They think SPY is just some random generated number. It's not. It's literally a conglomerate of all of these other weights inside of it, and each weight has a different weight to it. Not every weight is the same, right? I might sit here and tell you Apple, and then I might sit here and tell you coin. Okay, now which one has more weight? Apple does. No duh. Do we still like both charts? Yeah. I don't hate either of them. But very, very important info. Also, Linwood, if you're in here, I did try to cut that thing from the stream yesterday. I'm going to try again after today's stream because it wouldn't let me. It just kept saying it was processing. Which is very weird because that stream wasn't super long, so I don't know why it's taking so long to render. Like I said, though, YouTube is having some problems because even right now I can't even see the replay of my stream, so... Is anybody having YouTube problems today? Is it lagging on y'all's side at all? That would, like, triple confirm what I've been saying. If you guys sit here and tell me you haven't had a single issue on my stream, I will be even more shocked, though. I will be a little surprised if somebody says that. Here it is. fine now. It was laggy earlier. Yeah, like I said, if somebody says that, it's going to shock me even more. Because it's bugging out hardcore on my end. And I know not all of you are typing the most because some of you are busy, some of you are at work. So that also kind of throws me off too because I'm like, is the stream even live anymore? Like, I can't tell sometimes. I'll just be sitting up here yapping. I don't know what's going on sometimes. It says it's fine now. I haven't had an error, but I'm not joking. I can't even review the preview of my stream. And normally I can. It's very weird. But how's everyone doing this morning? We've been just kind of covering updates across the entire market, really. I've been doing my best to cover the macro of the market, not just SPY, but what makes up SPY, the sectors inside of SPY, so you guys can take advantage of other sectors like XOY, XLC, your Metas, your Googles, your Netflixes, your Amazons, your Teslas, all those awesome tickers. And then we have staples coming up a little bit. Been watching SPY, took profit on Netflix. We can cover the Netflix analysis later. It's not like it's that crazy anyway. And yeah, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to throw them out. If you guys have any updates for me, please throw those out as well. I love reading updates, especially when they come from a good BB trader who's actually covering a good update. Even if it's some super basic shit. Hey, Bueller, did you see previous day close held today? I don't even care that we repeated that 600 times in stream. You saying it makes me smile. Because now I know you know. Who can point out what's happened? And I really need you guys to talk to yourselves this way. From open, what happened? We fell into the 50%. We fell into the previous day close. All right, so if the recent lows are previous day close right now, what can we take from that? The same thing I just said to you about the open. What has happened from the open? Same thing. So what has happened from the previous day close? We went up, and this first move is what we like to call an impulse move or just the first move, right? Sometimes it's very small and cripply and weak. Sometimes it's very strong, and then you got a wick like this, and then sometimes just a very bland move. What follows the impulse move a lot of the time is a higher low. So what you're looking for is from the low to the high, can it hold the in-between, which we're just going to use that dotted line as the in-between, because I'm not drawing another line on here. So basically, higher probability says the longer it sits above previous day close and holds above this dotted line here, the more chances it has at breaking this and moving back up towards the recent highs, right? But if we get a rejection, and then we break this level, this all now turns into energy or liquidity or just fuel for potential downside. So keep that in mind as well. That's why this is such a crucial area right now. But I'd also like to point out, like we have many times in the stream already, we could pull all the way back down to 683s and still see a buy the dip happen. So there is actually a lot of room below price right now. It just is, can Microsoft give up? Can discretionary, can tech give up? Can comms give up? You know, there's a bunch of weight still holding us up right now. But if those were to slowly give up and fade away, that would definitely bring the pullback. I think some of us are looking under this level. And if not, then we're going to definitely be looking at continuation of highs, which is what we've already been experiencing, so nothing changes. But hopefully you guys all understand that. Hopefully we're all on the same page. If not, please feel free to let me know. Doing well at work as usual. SPY 5 OB to IB. Oh, it is an OB to IB. Good eye. Damn. You guys are really good at that stuff. I honestly don't even look at that when I'm looking at this. I mean, I should, but when I'm seeing this, I'm just seeing, like, blocks. I'm just seeing that we went down, and then I see that we went up a little bit, and then I see that we're kind of holding, like, a higher low right here. So I'm kind of watching, like a heart rate monitor almost. I'm looking to see what's the trend. Is it still a higher low? Is it not? Technically it is, but you know how things can be. You know how they can fade things away and break and retake a couple times, so I like to be cautious and point out that stuff. How many of you guys, though, have gotten a lot more confident in your trading or your context reading abilities, like being able to read what's on the chart and trying to act on that? How many of you guys definitely have felt some confidence pick up in you? Even if your results haven't gotten much better, maybe you just started, you know, getting better at reading your context and trying to use it more. Maybe you'll start getting better results. So why ask that? You definitely have. I'm very happy to hear that. I know I have. I've gotten extremely confident these past like 3 months. Ever since the streams went like super active again, I've been confidence through the roof. It's been really helpful too because it can be really like hard on you when you post, like, because I post a lot of plays, and it's hard to be like, yo guys, I'm cutting this, sorry guys, like, it's like, fuck, sorry, like it feels like that. But in reality, it's like, damn, I missed that one, I'm gonna get the next. Like, now it feels like, fuck that, I'm gonna get the next one, I'm gonna get the next one, I'm gonna get the next one. Like, it's always looking forward, but not forgetting what was behind you though. Like, you definitely still need to review, go through it so you don't make the same mistakes, or try not to make the same mistakes. Some of them aren't going to be your fault, though. I really hate when I review some people's trades and they're like, I keep making the same mistake. And then I see, like, it's a news candle, and I'm like, dude, you couldn't have had control of that. I mean, you could have just not traded during news time, but like, the movement itself, like, you weren't in control of that. You can't control what the candles are doing. You're not in control of that at all. But I'm very happy to hear that, Garden. Even if you're the only person who answered that, I am very happy to hear that, because that right there is amazing. Confidence is everything, because it allows you to do a lot of things. You can make mistakes and pick yourself back up. You can do really well and not get too egotistical and start making crazy trades. So I like the median. I like being in between. I like being confident, but I like being aware, understanding that, this market wants to humble me. So you got to think about it like that too. The market wants to humble you so bad. Is the market thinking about you at all? No, not even a fucking second. But it does want to humble you. It inadvertently wants to humble you so bad. I have been listening. Oh, what's up, T Streets? I saw. Oh, dude, T Streets, you had a really funny comment on yesterday's stream because you weren't. I don't think you were in here super actively or something, and you went to go comment afterwards, and I was like, this guy, because you were in here all last week typing a bunch, and I was like, oh, I know T Streets. It's also hard to remembers everyone's names because y'all had different names, and then YouTube did this weird thing where y'all's names are like your Google names now. So it's been a ride. But your comment did make me smile yesterday. I wanted you to know that. I saw that, and I was like, this guy. I was tired, and then I read that, and I was like, I was just laying in my chair smiling. Yeah, I like my chat. There's some pretty cool people in here. I'd like to point out the candle yesterday that Carter called out was low of day. I'd like to call out now that Garden might have called out a just as important candlestick pattern for today. The OB to IB on the 5-minute is also your higher low if this holds. Oh, I can't stop yawning. I'm not even trying to hide from y'all that I'm tired. I'm tired. I am trying to learn. I am new at this. Oh, you are new. I didn't even know that. Honestly, the way you talked, it sounded like you'd been here forever. But maybe that was just you asking really good questions that day. 15-minute IB as well. What does your setup look like, Garden? Do you have 2 charts open or just one and you switch back and forth? This is either going to be low of day, Garden, or it's going to be the median of the pullback. And if we pull back, I almost promise this is where price pulls back up to at the end of the day. If we do get that pullback. Those are the two scenarios I have in my head right now. I know it sounds super bland, but that's kind of like the bread and butter of what we do here. One on your phone? Oh, okay. Well, you're doing really good. The way you checked the 15-minute and 5-minute, it made me think that, so that's why I asked. God, the chart looks so hard to look at the more you zoom out. All the dotted lines we got now. It is funny, though. My post was pretty accurate. It was like, we went from trading hard stuck levels to trading just fibs. Like, it doesn't matter what we have drawn. It's been working. I just thought that was funny, because it's like, we really have had to use, like, everything lately. I had to use normal levels, halfway points, gap halfway points. I've had to use backwards fibs. Had to use gap fibs that have those extensions later on, so if price goes up more, they hit those. It's very cool. Thank you guys, by the way, for all the likes on the stream. I do appreciate you all. Let me go see if that video let me cut it now. If it isn't, I'm just going to blame YouTube. This one. Okay, I can create a video clip now. So I'll have that video up today. I am sorry. I kind of teased the VIP floor a little bit. That was bad. That was bad. I went in here. Okay, it'll be up today. Sorry. I'm glad that process, because I was getting worried that it wasn't going to. And I really wanted to, because the conversation I had yesterday at the end of the stream was like one of the best conversations I think I've had all year. And it was just me talking about the most basic stuff. But it was like, the way I said it, it really clicked well. I don't know. I really liked how I covered that stuff yesterday. Some days I cover things a little bit rough because I just suck at English. My brain's like thinking about 5 things at once, and then I spit out whatever's in between. That's just how my head works. So sometimes it comes out weird, but yesterday I did really good. Tech still sideways under the lower high. Discretionary moving up. Banks moving up. Comms pulling back. Thank fuck we're out of Netflix now. Are there any tickers I'm not looking at that anybody's interested in? I've been trying my best to go through most of the important weights today. And if you've been paying attention, I've been going through my sectors very well. If you want to use these sector charts with me, what I'm using right now are my daily charts. I'm using my daily charts to see how far away some of these are. So you can see on my tech chart, we're well beyond all-time highs. We are the all-time high right now. Discretionary is just under it. I don't know why I keep doing this. Let me just do this. And then comms was the third sector I was highlighting because of how far away it is. It's even farther than the other two. So that's why I was looking at stocks like Netflix or Meta for possible dip buys today because they were so far away. Which, it worked on Netflix, but I think Meta would have fucked us. Yeah. So. But the only reason we took Netflix is because it was also the only one that already had earnings. All the other ones already have earnings today or this week or next week. So I don't want to trade a stock that has earnings. I also don't want to trade a stock that's related to a stock that has earnings. If I'm trading Netflix and Meta has earnings today, I don't want to touch it anymore. Meta has some crazy shit news and XLC dumps. Netflix is going to be dumped just by comparison. It's in the same sector. Or at least the probabilities of it pulling back pick up for sure. So I just don't think we want to be in something like that. But yeah, this has been fun. Also, guys, from the Trump candle, all-time high to the low, if you do your backwards fib, we've only just gotten above the first target yesterday, and we're holding above it today. So if today feels like you're just getting kind of like a reset day, you are. You are getting a reset day. What is a reset day for anybody in here who doesn't know? Does anybody in here not know what a reset day is? Throw your hand up so we can make sure you remember this forever. Because I'm gonna show you one cool, neat little trick that you can do on any pattern, any bull flag, any pennant, any stupid little harmonic pattern that people like to use. I can show you a cool little neat trick. So basically, a reset candle is a candle that follows a really big day the previous day. Meaning it's just kind of, it's literally the name of the candle, reset. It's just resetting, right? It might not be pulling back. It might just be chilling to go up more. We don't know. It's 50-50. So what you like to do is, let's say I had a level that was like right here. And then let's say this is like a candlestick that went up and it broke it. And it did like that. Like this kind of did a little bit. Kind of pushed through it and closed over it. What we want to know is not the 50% of that entire candle, right? Let's say it opened lower and then it broke the level like this. I don't want to know the distance of the entire candle. I don't want to know this, right? Like we normally would draw that, right? I want to know from the breakout of that level to the high of that candle, where can it pull back to? And a lot of the time it wants to pull back to the 50% and range trade between here, right? Now that's going to be different on whatever you're looking at, but this should never look different. This should never look different. How you're drawing your fib and what you want to see hold or break for more movement. Right? So in this instance, we don't have much to work with, but I wanted to show you what I was talking about. So from the level to the high, and go to your smaller time frame. Not really worried about these other levels, so I'm going to take them off so you guys can focus on just the level I'm trying to talk to you about. The 0.5. So on the daily, a little bit weird. But on the 5 minute, that's our low of day. Which it's funny because you and me are using the previous day close to keep ourselves bullish. We didn't mention this level at all. But reviewing back on it now, it is kind of funny to think about how we're only above one target from the Trump day. And I can personally tell you across the internet, there were 4 times everyone tried to get everybody to short. During this, after this, and after this. There were 3 times the entire internet has tried to get everybody to short. It's these exact reasons why we have still gone up. It has nothing to do with China. It has nothing to do with Trump. It has everything to do with supply and demand. There was too much demand for selling. What happens then? Price goes up. So make sure you're trying that trick out on pretty much anything you see. If you see a flag, you see literally anything. Draw from level of breakout to the high of the move, or from level of breakout to low of move, and watch that 0.5. That is your key level for a short-term direction. Just like this is right now, this little area here. Truly the most hated rally. I think it's... No, it is. It is worse than COVID. I 100% agree with you. Because during COVID, everybody got greedy and was like, oh my God, these are some crazy discounts. I cannot wait to get this. Like, that's how a lot of people thought. In the moment, that's not what people thought, right? When it was all dying and stuff. But very quickly, people turned their opinions because we had dropped so much, right? We didn't drop enough on SPY, so the greed for selling picked up a lot because it wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. 2 or 3 days in a row wasn't enough. That Trump day just wasn't enough for them. And that's why I tweeted that the top is in crowd will continue to fuel the bulls tweet, because that is genuinely what is happening. I would like to also bring up that same argument for bull, right? It's the exact same thing. A lot of people in my chat are in bull. We've been in this since like 10, since 11, right? And now we're back down to where we bought. Why is that? If you at any point in time were looking at the internet, right, when we were buying, there was probably like 5 people talking about this, right? I myself, there was a guy named Chuck Norris talking about it, and then a fuck ton of you in my chat were talking about it, right? That was way back here after the big dip happened, right? Way back here. All this happened. What else do you think happened with price going up? Exposure. Exposure went through the roof. Everybody sees this. If you go onto Twitter, Instagram, any social media you use, and you type in Webull or $bull, you will see nothing but people buying this. Exposure got too greedy. Everybody started buying this. So what happened? Well, big money took advantage of that. A lot of exit liquidity. So they brought it back down, brought it back to discount range. Did they make a new low? No. but they brought it back down to discount to where it makes people feel uneasy and exit their positions so they can scoop those shits back up. So in my opinion, we witnessed the exact same thing on the Webull chart. It's funny how I could compare the S&P 500 to the Webull chart. But yeah, so that's kind of what we're working with, everybody. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like this chart. It's like nothing here. I could just watch the key area. And if this helps you, you should be doing this too. All the other levels are a lot of the time targets around your already set game plan. But it's nice to understand what is your key area for each day. And that's why I post that in my channel every day, because some people might not know how. So I like to show how. I explain that too, so you can do it on your own. You don't need to rely on checking my post. You can learn it and do it yourself. But if you do just want to check that, for a lot of people in my chat like to do it on their own, and then they'll back test against my post. They'll be like, okay, I was pretty close. Or, damn, I was far off. You know, people like to just back test their own work, which is good, because that's something they can work on constructively. It's not just them thinking stuff. They're actually actively doing something. But yeah, no, Robert, I agree. This is truly one of the most hated rallies I think I've ever witnessed in my 6-7 years of being here. Pretty crazy. That was the only reason I tweeted that too, dude, because it feels like everybody just hates this market going up. People hate Trump too. People hate when Trump tweets things. And when I say that, guys, I'm not talking about the left or the right. I mean like stock market people. There's a love-hate relationship there. There's times where Trump's tweeting all the greatest things, and then there's times where he's tweeting things that just like, what the fuck, bro? You're tweeting and ruining our GDP, bro. But in all honesty, none of that really matters. It's all about supply and demand. You could even triple backtest everything I just said with VIX. If you go to VIX, there's been an actual labeled news event for every spike on VIX. That's not just a coincidence. And I know people are going to be like, well, no shit, that's how that works. Well, if that's how that works, then why aren't you using it correctly? Because at this point in time, VIX is telling us that there's going to be a news event soon. There is going to be a pullback in the market at some point. Is it happening today? No. Is there a red candle today that's going to freak people out on the daily? Yeah. Might even let us go up a little bit more. I'm also interested, where are these gap up fib extensions for this? Okay. Which I guess I could add this back. Super basic chart, but damn, is it clean. Good morning, brother. Bet, gang. What's up? What's up, Kyle? So I was trying to breathe. Man, yesterday's Carter update and then today's Garden update. Those candle callouts might be the wave. I mean, that's the higher low if this holds like it is now, but very good call out by Garden. And I'm not just saying that to be nice to them. Those were like seriously like the most crucial call outs I've seen the past 2 days. And they were just simple call outs on candles. The positioning of them is insane. And yesterday that was low of day, so pretty powerful call out. Damn, Netflix back down to 1104, 1103. I'm glad I held on to it longer, and I'm glad I got out when I did. Yo, good shit, Sand Dollar. Tobias. Tobias, are you in stream? Tobias Maximus. Thank you guys again, by the way, for all the likes and stuff. I do appreciate that. Over 20 likes. We got over 30 people in here. Good morning to all of you. I hope you're having a good day. If you ever have any questions or just want to interact and conversate, please feel free to. Today we've covered a lot of macro updates on our sectors here to help us out on SPY and Triple Q, just to kind of help us with understanding of what can happen, just because of the Microsoft news today, moving it up to almost all-time high today. We took profit on a Netflix swing. I did not call out any scalps today. And Amazon has not moved from the trade trigger range that I have set for my VIP guys. It's just still in between them. Fair enough, though. SPY's kind of doing the same thing. Stuck between the 0.5 and the deciding range here. These are two areas we believe have high impact for moving outside of the range. So, any moves outside of this area can be bought and sold. Anything inside of this can be bought and sold. So, if you see this hold here with higher lows, buy it. You see it reject this with lower highs, sell it. But honestly, anything in between this is not that great. So, I don't know if I'd be looking to trade too heavily between those two. But you can gather the context inside. What a lot of people don't do is they stick themselves into a range and like, all right, I'm going to trade outside of this. But they don't think about what's happening inside. You got to actually use the context from in here. Like I did earlier. What happened from open to the low? What happened from the low to now? You need to go over those things with yourself actively so you're thinking about them when you're actually trying to take a trade on something. Or maybe you're trying to avoid taking a trade on something. Or maybe you're in a trade and you're trying to maintenance it. Yo, what's up, man? What's up, user? Uber and UNH jumped. I did see that on UNH. I did not check Uber, though. I'll go check that with you. I actively watch UNH, so I saw that one. Let me see your Uber. Nice. It did go up more. It did really well from that area. Someone had me chart this. It was either you or someone else, but someone had me chart this. It did bounce from the key area we were looking at. But I can't take credit on that. I didn't even touch that chart. Good job, though. Good callouts. I think I do remember someone bringing up Uber. And we go over UNH a pretty good number of times. I didn't see what UNH did after it opened, though. But fair enough. I mean, it did open the new high. There's a lot of levels here. Ignore those. Holy. Imagine this is your heart monitor. And then that happens. Nice, though. Thank you for the mentions. I see Microsoft is still pulling back. That is a good bearish sign. Tech still kind of looking like it wants to teeter down. This could help discretionary and comms and banks slow down and pull them back down as well. Healthcare is pushing up, so that might be why SPY doesn't look like it's so bad right now. And just to remind you how big your healthcare is about 9% of SPY, so that's why that is somewhat important right now. Because your tech isn't just dumping through the floor and your healthcare is picking up. So it is somewhat minimalizing the blood on your SPY chart. But this looks like it could be a lot worse if your healthcare was not moving up. Because your tech isn't looking too great right now. Microsoft pulling back. That was our main reason for being up this morning. You were just thinking of the heart rhythm too? Man, when I pulled up that UNH chart, I couldn't not think of it. I said it earlier. I said something about a heart rate monitor, and then I saw that chart, and I was like, no, this is a heart rate monitor. I just hope it's not my heart. Because that dude's having a heart attack if that's your heart rate monitor. What a morning, man. I've been exhaling a lot this morning. How is everybody in stream? I hope you're all having a good morning so far. We are approaching 10. We're about 17 minutes before that. Almost approaching the 90-minute mark. Has not felt like that, though. Time has just flown this morning. A spike and then a flat line, yeah. I haven't thought of a chart as a heart rate monitor in forever. Today is the first in a while. You start hearing some beeps, that's when you got problems. We're not actually in a live stream right now. You're actually in a coma. You're imagining all of us right now. All right. Let's see what's happening in Discord. Let's see if hell's broken loose in there. Good hammer rejection against that 0.5 of the gap up. Your next candle's already wicking, though, so... I'm assuming tech didn't keep pushing. Or healthcare's just pushing up that strong. How many of you guys go through your sectors, by the way? I know I do it a lot, so you probably don't even have to, but... How many of you actually go through these on your own? I mean, I guess it's okay if you don't, but... I 100% think it helps me a lot with direction. And two, I like having reasons for things. I have a lot of people in my streams that'll be like, why'd we dump today? Why'd we pump today? And sometimes it's just as simple as, dude, healthcare outperformed, or yo, tech and discretionary and comms all did really good today. Like, it almost never has to be, oh, it's because of the thing on the news today, or oh, it's because of this. Like, no. That might be an existential reason, but that's not what actually moved it. Your sectors tell you everything. It's like a big pie graph in your head. Do you usually trade in the morning? Well, today I had a swing, so I had already finished. But, yeah, typically I do, yeah. I don't scalp every day, though. Like today, I don't plan to scalp. I probably would have if I liked a better close over this. I probably would have bought, like, the dip to take into the 680, like, 7s maybe, but... I don't know. It's looking like a reset day. You're going to get a lot of consolidation on a reset day. That's why I'm on this chart right now, because I want to show people, like, we've been going up. Today might be your first reset day. It probably feels like this one was. It might even feel like yesterday was, but they weren't. Today might be your first. And who knows? I could still be wrong. Today could go up, close green, and it wasn't a reset at all. But it definitely tried its best to be one, holding this area. If this area breaks, there's some short-term concern for downside movement. I watch them as an overall gauge. Yeah, that's good. That's what you should use them. Do I trade or look at the mags? I mean, I look at the stocks themselves, but I don't look at mags itself. That's what you're asking. Can't you look at that itself now? Yeah. You can also combine the tickers yourself in your own ticker. I forgot how to do it, but you can add like asterisks, and you can like make your own weight, if that makes sense. Like I can add Tesla, and like I could add the top 10 SPY weights into one ticker, and then you could watch it like that too. But no, I take it upon me to go through them individually. I'll just go through this, and then I'll go through this. But mags isn't a bad thing. That's not bad at all. I think I have that up here, actually. Yeah, right here. I don't even really use this watch list anymore. But yeah, if you're ever in here and you're in my morning streams, you'll sometimes hear me call out like a scalp, or you'll hear me going over the swing I'm trying to maintenance, like whether I'm getting out of it or what, cutting it. Today we almost cut Netflix, and then I was like, nah, let's hold it, and then we got good. We got our profits. But that was a lotto. That's not like a play I like to call out too much. I've only called out 3 lottos. All 3 hit. And today was our weakest one with 29%. Mags have a yeah, they do have a lot of treasury. No, they do. You're right about that. I don't know if that number's right, but it seems right. It is a lot. It's a big chunk. Big old chunk. It's a very important chart to watch, though, if you like using it. And it is a little quicker than checking all of your individual weights like I do. That's why I'm not hating on it, because Mags is a good source. It's not everything, but it's a good chunk. You're never going to find something that has everything, though. That's what SPY is. SPY is everything. But you can use these other things to kind of call it its discrepancies. Like if you're like, yo, healthcare is the only green sector today, and the market's like somehow holding up, and everything else has been like flat or slightly red, like you could probably bet on that pulling back. Just because healthcare is your only thing holding it up. Kind of like today, healthcare is holding us up right now, but it's not alone. There are other sectors holding right now. Tech could have sold off worse too. I'd like to point that out. This could have been a lot worse. This could have all been in one swift move, and that could have brought about a lot more aggressive selling, and then that could have brought more aggressive selling across your sectors. We did not pull back an aggressive tone on Microsoft or tech or the tech sector itself. So the bullish news is holding up on some of this. And I think that's why it might feel awkward for some of you and for some people in the market. Because you know you're bullish, but you're just like, why aren't we going up more? It's like, it's probably just a little bit of a breather. If I told you to run around the track for fucking 2 hours straight, your sides would be hurting. That's what SPY is going through right now. You got to remember, it just jumped from 663 to 687 in 4 sessions. That's not light work. They just needed a Gatorade break. Rookie question? Where? Where's the rookie question? I don't see a bad question in here. Triple Q tested overnight, gap 50% with a 5-minute outside bar. Good call out. Yeah, breathers are healthy. We like breathers. But it's you know you're talking to someone that doesn't know what they're talking about when they're sitting here telling you, like, they're complaining about the market today. Because it's like, were you not here the past 4 fucking sessions? Past 3 weeks? It's like, bro, we've just been going up. We're allowed to have a day like this. So if you hear someone complaining today, remind them. Or don't remind them. Let them continue to be liquidity. Whatever you want. Slow grind back up to all-time high today on SPY. Very possible. As long as that highlighted area holds, I don't see why it shouldn't. But if it doesn't move a whole lot, I'm also not going to be, annoyed. I'm going to be like, oh, okay, that was very possible. Yesterday, there was a little bit of probability for us doing nothing. It was just slow. But today, that probability has definitely picked up since we didn't do it yesterday. But I would like to add, there was a lot of consolidation yesterday. So it's not like we can't go up. Sorry, I didn't get to finish. Oh, you were still asking it. My bad. Would I start scalping futures or options if I had 2K to invest? Do you already own shares of stuff? Like, this is like cash on the side? Like, you already own companies and stuff? You already own shares? You've been investing small amounts here and there? DCA? Dollar cost average? If you already have that, then yeah, I would start something, but I would invest into shares if you haven't done that yet. You're not going to have a whole lot to pick from right now, but in time you will. Actually, that's not true. He could pick up some bull shares, but that's more of a speculative play, not like a I want to hold this forever type play. Though a lot of us do want to hold bull forever. I don't know, gun to my head, if I had to, and I already had things invested into, I'd probably focus on, like, scalping and swings first. I don't know if I'd jump into futures yet. But that's preference, though. I can't tell you that. That's you. It's not really a rookie question. It's more of a preference question. I don't know how much you've looked at. I don't know what you've experienced or anything, so... Me personally, though, I'd probably just stick with scalps and swings. And don't turn into one of those people that scalp every day. There's people on the internet that will tell you 3 times a day is okay. And that's just fucking insane. No, you're still paper trading on TOS. Futures, the micros. I would go with what you've been looking at. What do you have experience in? What do you look at the most? What are you comfortable looking at? And then I would go with that option. Because you can apply the strategies we use here for anything you just said. So it's not really what strategies do you want to use. You really are asking what should I get in to start actively trading. Because you can use the same strategy for any of those. And yeah, Maddie, I'm glad you posted that. I was about to ask some people to post some tickers because our lists are like really long now. But that message Maddie Ice, one of my mods in the YouTube chat, just said, that's a very good post for anybody. Not just for Kyle here, for anybody. But there's a lot of really good tickers that he's invested into, as well as some of the people in our chat. And a lot of those tickers are in pretty good spots, the ones that he just posted. To be fair, our UPS and our target did come up a little bit. So those are up a lot more from where we were originally talking about them. But they're still in a relatively good area. It is wild how they keep increasing stock valuations. At this rate, the median stock price is going to be 500. Yeah, UPS not buy bell, target is okay. Yeah, those are a little bit different now, but they were doing great earlier. Get your fix on paper, sniff, sniff, scratch, scratch. No, Kyle's just trying to be smart about it. He just wants to know what to do. He wants to be comfortable. I respect that. But if I was Kyle, I would do whatever I'm comfortable with. If you're more comfortable because you've been looking at future stuff, I would go with that. If you've been looking at the BB system a lot and you really want to scalp or you want to get into the swing strat, like I would go with that. It just depends what you've been looking at more because you really do want to go with what you're experienced with. What have you been practicing, And if you've been you said future micros, I would go with that then since that's what you've been practicing. We do have a futures channel, by the way. If anybody wants access, you just have to ask. But you guys, you have to actually be trading futures to have access. You can't just be like, I think I want to do it. I'm not giving perms to everybody. Thank you. I just recently got a new mattress, and the guy that sold me the mattress is a swing trader on the side. If you have someone selling you a mattress and one of their first conversations are about trading to you, that is a red flag. I don't know if I trust a guy that's, yeah, bro, I swing trade, like just randomly bringing it up. That's funny. That's funny. I'm not hating on him. That's just funny how you said that. Wow, the UPS A2 was a nice entry. It surged to 100. Yeah, dude, it kicked ass. Shout out to Mike T. That's who I got it from. I've been calling out UPS and Target and PayPal and TTD. I've been calling out a lot of really weird tickers that I don't normally call out, and it's been honestly paying really well. Then we have our best shit ever list. UPS and Target are both on it. PayPal's on it. Fig is on it. I like this one too. This is the next Adobe. They already have a better product than Adobe too. Proven. Here's Rivian from Matty Ice. I don't know why we have rum on here. I'm going to delete it. Lamb Weston. We got a lot of weird, unorthodox picks, and I kind of fuck with it. Like, I know a lot of you guys probably don't like PayPal, but you got to get used to the fact that they're the king. They run payment processing across the globe. Get used to it. And they own Cash App. I mean, not Cash App, Venmo. A lot of people are like, I don't use PayPal, I use Venmo. It's like, so you like PayPal. It's the same company. I almost said Cash App would be a crazy one for them. But yeah, I'm not sitting up here to brag. I'm just really proud of a lot of the stock picks that I came up with, as well as what my chat came up with. Because not one time did I ever find a stock pick, except LW. I found LW all on my own. You can all go fuck yourselves. But Target, UPS, TTD, Coin, all these different picks, like these weren't just me finding them. It would be like me going over them. Someone brings them up. I see more people bring them up in the chat. We start to like it a lot more. Like it was like a confidence builder thing. We did a trust fall with all of our stock picks, and only those few remained. But it was just nice because it really was like a teamwork thing. It wasn't like, oh, Bueller found targeted UPS on his own. No, it was truly a teamwork thing, and I like that. And I also like that they worked out. Not only did we get to work together, we got to be right together. But yeah, very cool. You know I love paper trading. Selling mattresses is a good side hustle for swing traders. Do you track quantum stocks? I personally haven't, but there are about 2 or 3 nerds in my chat that have been. I have some people in my chat that do a lot of research. Sandollar being one of them. I think Tobias is our quantum stock guy, though. Shout out Tobias. Shout out the Netherlands. Without the Netherlands, we wouldn't have Tobias. Without Tobias, we wouldn't have Joy. Consensus selection. Yeah, exactly. That's what it was like. That's a very good way of putting that. Consensus selection. That makes it sound smart. Yeah, it was one of those consensus selection picks. You know what I mean. LOL, the mattress guy that's known my parents for a long time has been buying beds from him. He recently showed me his statements and I was intrigued. I told him I played poker on the side and then he shared. He's like, oh, you like to partake in a bit of the adrenaline rush. Ah, I also partake in the adrenaline rush game. That's funny. Okay, so he's not just a random mattress selling guy. He is someone you've known about for a while. Okay. Okay, that's a little bit more context. I thought you were like, yeah, I bought a mattress and dude just randomly brought up how he trades Tesla all the time. Like, what? I would take that as the fattest red flag. That's funny, though. I heavily regret selling my quant. Yeah, there's a lot of good quant stocks that did really good. Whatever happened to the Google quant stock when it was a SPAC? What was the name of it? It was like IQII or some weird ass name. It had a weird name when it was a SPAC. I don't know what it turned into. He swing trades options. Thanks for letting me know. I would like to look more into futures. Learning from you. Sorry for a long mess. No, you're good. You're good, dude. You're good. You don't have to be sorry. This is all good. You haven't typed anything that crazy, and honestly, your messages aren't that long. I'm enjoying reading these because I'm just sitting here doing nothing anyway. I've talked myself out of TA now. I'm tired. I'm happy to read the chat. So you won't personally learn futures for me, but I'll go over like strategies and stuff with you. Like I won't be able to tell you like, yeah, you buy this and it ticks like this, and this is how futures move. Like I don't know how that shit works. But the strategy I teach to people applies to futures. So we can go over all that stuff all you want. But you're in the stream. We'll go over it all. I do recommend, I forgot to link it again today because I just am the worst YouTuber. But make sure you guys are checking out that Welcome to BB playlist. I'm supposed to be spamming you guys this link every day. But this is a really good thing you can take advantage of. Kyle and anyone else like Kyle is someone who just needs a refresh, or you're someone who wants to pick up on what we're putting down. This is a good start. This is a lot of the good brief videos. There's some older ones in here, some newer ones in here. It's a good mix. Large variety of topics, but all are within the BB system, or what we call the BB system. So check that out. Take your time, go through it. He told me he sells beds to get away from his wife. He's probably not lying. If that's his reason, he's probably not lying. Man. That's why you got to be very careful who you choose as your significant partner. But we don't know the context either. What if he's the problem? What if his wife is the nice one? Like, we don't know. His wife just wants him to take the trash out. He doesn't want to take the trash out. It could be something as stupid as that. That's funny, though. Thank you for sharing that, though, man. That was a good laugh. Bro, this guy sold me a mattress. And he was, like, trying to tell me that I should invest into futures or something. It started off so funny. But yeah, take your time. Ask questions in here. If you see me going through some stuff, be like, hey, what the hell did you mean by that? And I'll go back over it. Like today, in today's stream, I've probably redrawn these levels 5 times this week, and it's only Tuesday. And it's just to recover things, to go over things, to re-show people, hey, this is how we got this, and this is what it means. This is what this can mean if this happens. This is what can mean if that happens. You know, we have conditional triggers on the chart. Do I watch STX? Why does that sound familiar? Is that Stitch Fix? No, that's not Stitch Fix. Oh, Seagate. No, I have not watched Seagate. Oh my god, bro. I read Seagate, but I'm not going to lie to y'all. I read OceanGate. Isn't that the company that died at the Titanic? Or is it Seagate? I could have swore it was OceanGate. I genuinely thought that's what this was. I was like, why is he sending me this? No, I don't watch this, so to answer your question, I don't even know what this is. Very insane looking chart, though. Data storage tech company. Well, I'll tell you what, a lot of data storage companies look just like this right now. Every quantum data center stock I've seen in the past like month all look like this too. But it's kind of hard to chart this. I'm just doing monthly emergings because I don't really have anything else to grab. Honestly, this is pretty intriguing. And then I'll just mark all-time high to have it. Wait, that was all-time high, right? Yeah. No, I don't watch this, but I would like to add this to a watch list so I can start watching it more. I like the amount of movement, and the candlestick patterns are honestly not bad. Hammer held there, bounced. Bullish kicker almost held, bounced. Inside bar, broke inside bar. 50-50 candle, then you get a green entry. Didn't go that far, but it did give you confirmation. Bearish confirmation. And you actually got a continuation from it. There's a lot of crazy swings in here that could have been taken. STX. Let's add it to the Wort list. Don't ask me why it's named that. I just spammed a bunch of letters one day. Also, the ticker looks nice. It's like RTX, but with an S. WDC. I know about that one. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. I think there are some amazing swing opportunities here. Come on. Why is it not clicking? Another thing I look for is volume and open interest. So I'll look at like the same week and then I'll look at your next week. Honestly, the options chain's not that great. I didn't even look at the spreads either. Oh my god. The spreads aren't the greatest. Not the worst option chain I've seen, but it's not the best. It sucks too because the chart looks nice. There's a lot of charts like that though. You just gotta swallow that hard pill. Sometimes the chart is amazing, but the chain is just not tradable. It seems somewhat tradable though, so I'll leave it there on my go where it list. Good find, good find. I do like the price action a lot. That was the first thing I noticed when I clicked on it. Was like, oh wow, it's actually clean. When I say that though, I really do mean like the candlesticks. When I say clean, I don't mean like, oh, this chart looks great, like it's gonna go up or down. Like I don't mean it like that. I mean like it looks clean, like its price action actually makes sense. It's not like a BABA chart where it's got like 50,000 gap ups left and right. WDC looks like it has broader swings. Check it out. I have seen this number or this name. That's a little better. Honestly, it's about the same. Yeah, that's another one. I would put those on the same level. I'd say STX is maybe a little bit better in terms of options chain, but the charts look nice. I'm not going to argue that. God, I cannot stop yawning, dude. Good finds, though. Thank you. I always like looking at different tickers. Like when Mike T brought up UPS, nobody was talking about UPS. Like, not a soul. Ever since then, I've just been nonstop talking about it. Same thing with Target. With a few people brought it up in chat. PayPal, we went over that a long time ago, and I feel like even into today's chat, people are still bringing it up for dip buys. We need more unorthodox picks like that. Good companies, but not everybody's watching or talking about them. As soon as I finished saying that, I was like, what is Waste Management doing? This is like the perfect company for like nobody pays attention to them, but they're a great company. Another one would be like Public Storage, PSA. This is technically a REIT, Real Estate Invested Trust. And then what's the other one? John Deere. A little pricey, but another one that not a lot of people think about that does amazing. There's a bunch of companies like that. It's a big reason I watch Lamb Weston. Like, is Lamb Weston the most impactful company in the world? No, but they do produce a lot of potatoes, and they are the McDonald's potato supplier. So it's like, I mean, they should be doing fine as long as I get good dip buys. We own this at 51, by the way, 51 in the 52 range. I like those, though. It's like a weird name. Nobody knows it. Or maybe some of us know it and it's just not being talked about because it's not Tesla or Microsoft or Apple or NVIDIA or OpenAI. Yeah, I watch TXN as well. I love TXN. Texas Instruments, one of my favorite semiconductor companies. I swing trade them a pretty good amount. I'll be honest with you. The last time I tried to swing trade them, I was wanting to enter longs around here somewhere, and then I just didn't because I went into Target and UPS and all that other stuff. So I avoided this play, and I'm kind of glad I did because it just kind of kept fading away. But I watch TXN a lot. This is a very awesome swing ticker. If you're ever around, user, make sure to try to catch some of my swing streams. I don't do them a lot, but I do them here and there. I've done at least one a week for a little while now. But we go through my scanners. I go through my watch list. I'll go through my inside bar thing. I go through a lot, and I go through a bunch of stuff. And a lot of the time I go through my favorite picks, and I bring TX in a lot because I just like it. I'm a TXN fanboy. Swung Netflix yesterday to today. That did pretty good. I will definitely check that out. Dude, I hope you catch some. Here, I'll show you on the screen. So they'll have a different thumbnail, and they'll have blue dots, not red. Blue dots are for my afternoon streams. Red are for my morning streams. Because I do the red ones a lot more. Oh, here's the BF6 stream we did with the... See, this one we did like the morning stream, and then I played Battlefield, and then we did the swing stream end of day. Like, I was like, fuck it, let's just stay here all day. So sometimes we do that. And then days like yesterday, I will actually just get off. I'll do my morning stream, then I'll get off, and then I'll do my end of day stream. Still 4 hours of streaming. Yeah, we got a couple. We got one there, one there, one there. I think that's it. Yeah. I think we took swings in each one of them, though. I think this one was Google. Yeah, because Google's the next stream. I don't think we took a swing in this one, but we went over a lot of constructive stuff. And then this one, I took a lotto play, and we went over a bunch of stuff. But I go over stuff at every stream. You can click on any stream, and I'm going over something. But it's always related to one of the playlists, or it's related to things we actually do here. I'm not going to just sit here and go over things I don't talk about or know about, you know? It's a waste of time. I actually have to cut this one up today. Of course, right when I need it. See what I have to deal with? Alright, well, I'll check that out in a bit. They're really making cutting videos out of my streams harder and harder. Oh, you messaged me during a gaming session? What's your name on Discord? I'll probably remember your name instantly. I don't game a whole lot on here, by the way. That's not something I like to do on here. But sometimes I get peer pressured by people in here. I'm too lazy to end my stream. I've been playing Mega Bonk and Battlefield lately. That's all I've been playing. And then I play with my dog a lot. She's like my third video game. Oh my god, I forgot about that, Maddie. I saw the update for it yesterday. Hold up. It is out today. Yeah, new content released. I gotta read this. Battlefield Pro and RedSec. What the hell is this? I'm not paying for this. Oh, it's a battle pass thing. Oh, okay. It's for people to pay money for the thing. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna play it for free. Fuck yeah. So I'm gonna try that out after the stream then. Not like I really care about Battle Royale, but I think it's just cool we'll have that as like an extra thing to go do on a game that we're already playing a lot. They fixed the sniper challenge. What? Please tell me the last challenge actually got fixed. I'm actually gonna geek out if they did. I need to find like an actual patch note screen. They reduced the distance and number of kills you have to get. I almost promise you they didn't fix my engineer thing. Oh my god, they did! The requirement for Engineer Expert 3 assignment was reduced from 6,000 to 1,000. Oh my god. They were actually listening to my complaining. That was the only complaint I had about the game. There were like 3 things that needed to be like fixed because they were basically asking you to be God to finish these challenges, and I'm just like, I'm mortal. I don't know if I can do that. I used to game a lot myself when I was younger, then later got obsessed with poker. Honestly, I used to play a lot of cards, but I don't play poker. I played a lot of poker with like friends, but I've never played poker with like people who are actively trying to fuck me over. So I don't know what actual poker is like, but I do play. I had played a lot of 21. 21 is fun. Hold'em is fun. I haven't played cards in forever though. But yeah, there's a lot of people who play games and trade, but I think it's only natural because you're already terminally online when you're playing games all the time, and you're almost forced to see like economies of certain things. A lot of people that like start from like FPS games like Counter-Strike, those games have economy in them. Like there's like billions of dollars in that skin market right now. I mean, it's falling off a cliff right now, but it still proves my point. And when you're forced to see stuff like that, you're almost forced to understand that the stock market is a thing. Now, whether you're going to be good at it or not, that's a whole other, ordeal. But yeah, I think it's only natural that a lot of gamers understand, like, oh, hey, the stock market exists. Because a lot of gamers nowadays have, like, cryptos. A lot of them. I know people who just, like, stream for a living and have, like, 100 viewers. Not even, like, a crazy amount. They make plenty of money, and they just stack up crypto. That's all they do. Play games, stream, interact with their community, stack crypto. Pretty crazy. If I could trade stock charts for gaming, I probably would, but I kind of like this. It's really fun to do, and I have a lot of really cool people I've built relationships with in here over the long haul, so I don't mind playing games here and there, but I don't think I could do that 24/7 on stream. That would drive me up a wall. Yeah, exactly. Fuck you over with a smile. One of my favorite poker clips is that one where it's like that group of famous people, like famous poker players. They're like the best in the world or something. And out of respect, normally some of them will just like, be respectful because they're like the best players in the world. They'll do like small, subtle things. One time I saw a clip where it was like a guy fucking over another guy, and he was like, "What are you, 12?" He's like, "I lied to you and you fell for it." He's like, "What are you, 12?" Like, because he was a grown man, and he was like, "Why did you lie to me? Why would you lie about that?" And he was like, "What do you mean? It's poker." He's like talking to one of the world's best players, telling him that. It's just like, when I saw that, I then knew poker's hilarious. I gotta find that clip. It's a really famous clip. Wait, is this the clip? I don't even care if I get copyright striked. Hold up. I gotta pause my music. I gotta switch the audio to... this. Alright, ready?
General Straddle. Yeah.
I'll over straddle. I'll over.
All right, so this guy is a Sigma. This is the guy that makes.
To check out the website.
He makes this. This is the guy that gets made fun of. He's famous. I don't remember his name. I think he's Tony G or Phil. I can't remember. And then this guy's the guy that clowns him. Just so you guys have context before we watch this.
So general straddle.
Yeah.
I'll over straddle. I'll over.
Double straddle from Tony.
You're taking away my straddle energy.
I'm not. I'm putting more money in there for the.
Cards. Money out there already.
You looked right.
And it's Phil Hellmuth, ace jack.
A lot of money out there already, and it's unopened.
Real money.
All right, I opened for the pot.
Pots it.
And you looked right.
Well, I think I looked. Allegedly, I looked.
Tony.
I'm all in.
Pot limit, brah.
Without looking?
Without looking.
Pretty sure he looked.
Well, you can't be all
See
in.
right there. He just looked and he says, "I'm not looking." That's all he did. He just made the most vanilla level 1 lie a child could have heard that. A child could have been like, "Yo, you're lying. I saw you look at your cards."
Tony repots it with ace king.
All right. You slow down. You slow down a bit. You got to save the rest.
Not if he believes you haven't looked.
Hellmuth now facing a raise and an angle shot.
It's hard to believe that you always have a hand against me.
Look, you could see the flop and get rid of it as well. Right? You could play good.
Without looking too?
I'm not looking. I haven't looked. I don't care. I know it's a random hand, and I
Still
got a random
lying.
hand.
Wow, all that talking makes me think he's strong. I was for sure going to call before that.
15 on top, Tony.
He's saying he hasn't looked though.
He most certainly looked. Did no one see him?
No
He's
one
saying
saw
you
him.
didn't look.
Yeah, you wouldn't lie, Tony, would you?
I wouldn't lie. You can
There you
check
go.
my hand if you want. You can tell him the truth.
You didn't look
I
at
haven't
either
looked.
card.
I haven't looked.
You promise?
Ask Joe. I mean, I haven't
I
looked.
can't say anything, but
I'm not going to look.
that's between you and Phil.
Says he hasn't looked. He hasn't looked.
I didn't
Do
see
you
it.
believe him? Yeah. He said he hasn't looked. Only Joe looked.
Did you look at your cards at all? I mean, it's.
Look, the people at home know I haven't looked. Joe's
if
got my
you
hand.
haven't looked, it's
He
kind of
100% looked.
for me here.
We can run it 10 times as well.
Well, if you haven't looked, I guess I'll just move in.
Phil ships and Tony calls.
All right, you're close. You're up there.
Oh, you lied.
Of course I lied. It's poker, Phil.
Right
You're
there.
up there.
Oh, you lied.
Of course I lied. It's poker, Phil. What do you think this is?
That's messed up.
So messed up.
Wow.
What do you think? I'm blind? How many times do you want to run
Well,
it?
I asked you if you had looked or not.
Do you want to run it how many times?
I'll let you choose, Tony.
Three
I mean,
times.
I
Three
always
times.
lose, so you kind of deserve to lose the first
I
one.
do deserve. I hope you win one.
Why would you lie? I mean, no, let's consider totally not uncool, man. I mean,
I feel it's just a game.
that's etiquette, though. I mean, you don't
Phil,
say
what
you were
happens
blind
on
when
this
you were blind.
table in play is just a game. We tell whatever we
So,
want.
so
When do you
all
tell
the
the
rules
truth?
of poker are just thrown out the window
Well,
for you.
call the floorman. If you think my hand might be dead, then
That's horrible etiquette to say you didn't look at your hand and you know, this really
Fuck
bad
your etiquette, bro. It's
What do you
poker.
think, I'm a kid?
There you go.
Phil,
We're talking about etiquette.
I'm a
So
poker
you're
player.
the kind of guy that goes to the golf course, and when someone's playing you a big money match, you scream in the middle of their
really?
backswing.
You think that's the same thing?
Yes,
I
I know
don't
it's
think
the
that's
same
the same
thing.
thing. I don't
Listen,
think so.
if you polled all the
We're
top
talking
players,
about the
you'd get
strength
crushed.
of our hand, and I'm
Let's
selling
just
you.
bet
hang on.
100,000 if we poll the top 20 players. We'll ask about your etiquette, or maybe we'll bet a quarter
I can
million.
bet on myself, and I can be
Why don't
very
you just
happy
bet
with
with
my
me?
own.
You know it's bad etiquette.
Phil, this is a
You
poker
know
TV
it's
show.
bad etiquette.
This is a poker TV
Well,
show.
don't argue with me then.
You
Don't
come
try
in
to
as
make
the best
excuses
player in
and
the world,
lie.
taking me on. You're
No,
coming in my
don't
house,
lie.
and I'm destroying you.
You
in
know it's
every
bad
part of
etiquette.
the game.
You don't say you haven't looked at your cards when you haven't looked at your cards. You don't do that.
Okay, well
It's
then
like
I'm
a
wrong.
rule of poker. It's like it's,
Well,
it's
why'd you call?
horrible etiquette. Because I thought you hadn't looked at your cards.
Come on, Phil.
Well, if you want 25,000 this bad, you can have it.
You have to
How
pay
many times
attention
are we
to the
dealing?
game, Phil. If you're a professional player, you would pay attention to me looking at my hand. Will
Tony,
not
look,
you pay
if this is
attention?
the way you want to win, you can win this
I
way.
haven't done anything illegal. I looked at my hand. Everyone saw
No,
it.
when
that
you
paid
flop
attention.
straights and you say, I have a flush draw.
All right, you're a
ha, ha, ha,
policeman. Could you
that's-
make a comment? We're doing it
Okay,
three
how
times.
many times? 3 times?
3 times. I admit that my
You deserve to
etiquette
lose the
is
first
terrible.
one again.
I do.
So you know, for that.
Karmically, he deserves to lose all 3. What a villain. I drink your milkshake.
So they're going to run it 3 times with the winner of each run taking a third of the pot. Flop. King 9 tray.
Tony pairs his king, Phil drawing nearly dead.
How happy are you now that it's not running once? If you ran it 11 times, you know you'd win like 4.
Phil taking the high road.
I'm gonna run 11 times.
I drink it up.
Turns a jack.
That's bad for me. I need that jack on the next round.
yeah.
That's really bad
Well,
for me.
unless you get one now.
Yeah, unless I
At
get
least you
one
won't
now.
get any more. Win any more.
Terrible card for Phil. One less jack he can hit on the next run.
Give him the jack.
River, ace of diamonds.
That's kind of fair. Let's even out the deck a bit.
All right, so that's one down for Tony G.
Daniel Negreanu is our first.
Times on
Is
the
there
show.
more?
I do it any way I can because it's a heads-up pot.
I only
That's
saw
me.
the first part.
I'm sorry.
You just admitted it was bad etiquette. You want to retract?
I'm sorry if I bullied you. I'm sorry.
It's
I
not.
don't want to bully you. I'm
It's
sorry.
not.
I feel
Tony,
bad.
Look, no problem. Nice hand, man. I mean, you know, you showed your true colors, which is bad for you here.
Here comes block number 2. 7, 5, 10. No help to Phil.
That's not
You
good.
really, I don't think you're the kind of guy that wants to show your true colors all the time.
No, it's just your true colors can't escape you. You are who you are. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's the way I am.
Turn number 2. Ace of clubs.
Phil's not even holding a club.
Bro,
so
how
no
many
flush
face
draw
cards
can
are these
save it.
people gonna
He's
get?
looking for one
Holy.
of the 2 remaining jacks.
River, another 5.
Bro,
and
who's
Tony G takes
shuffling
the
these
second run.
cards?
Don't rush. Don't rush.
That was the first one where it wasn't like all face hit cards on the fucking
This is
jaw.
just agonizing to watch.
I want you to have a winner. I want you to come back. Come.
Ooh, now he needs a 10 and backdoor spades.
Well, that's actually better. There's 4 10s. There was only 3 jacks.
Well, it's not bad. It's not bad. Like
Bro, you see what I'm
10's out
saying?
as well.
Even if Phil
All of
hits
these are
the
face
10,
cards.
Tony can
There's
still make a
7
full
face
house.
cards up right now.
Something. I mean, and then a backdoor flush.
No space gone.
That's. I have a good feeling about this one, but the math is just so strong against. How can I get there?
Now you'll get there.
How can I get there?
You will. You will.
It's just too. the math's
Everyone
too
wants you to
long.
get there.
Turn 7. No help to Phil.
Okay. The last 10. 3 10s. You can take insurance too.
Yet another needle from Tony.
Our final river. Phil's going to need a 10. It's a jack.
Whoa! You got there.
That's not cool.
No, he didn't.
No. Sorry. I was just joking, Phil. Did you believe me again?
No. So Tony, so
I never
you're
saw
loaning
that
me
part.
50,000, right?
Yeah.
Okay, look.
What
I don't accept it.
Okay. No problem.
But good game, man.
All right. I'm sorry.
Bro's
Phil. I
gaslighting
really
him.
am. I'm sorry. I think you should retire. I think it's over. I think you're not there anymore, Phil.
Great playing with you.
All right, thanks.
I think you should take your coach, get a tandem bike, and get the hell out of here.
This is awful. What Tony's doing is horrific.
I think it's bike time. You know it.
Good game, everybody.
Take your man, and you boys start driving the bike like this. You guys are outclassed. You don't belong in this level, Phil.
Can you believe he lied about his hand?
Yeah,
Have you
that-
ever seen that in a high limit game in your life? Tell the truth.
It's extremely strong because it's something you would never do.
Have you
believed him,
ever
for
have
sure.
you ever seen
No,
someone
I
lie
don't.
about their hand when they say they're in the blind? Ever in your life? Tell the
Still
truth.
crying about it.
It's horrible etiquette.
Bro, he's on TV
That's
still.
how he has to beat me, lying about stuff? I mean, he's crossed a lot of lines. That's the worst one ever.
Bye, guys.
I mean, for him to buy.
Yo, can we hear that
Worst
dap?
one ever.
Bye, guys.
Oh!
I mean, for
Crossed a lot of lines. That's the worst one ever.
Bye, guys.
Finishes off the brat. Send
That dap up was clean. You can hear that dap up through the music playing in the background. Yo, I didn't know there was more to that. I hadn't seen the 66% of that video, bro. I'd only seen the first third of that. What the hell? That was way funnier. I didn't know he did the whole tandem bike thing. It was like, yo, get out of here. Like that. I only saw the first part of the clip because that's the part that, like, you know, circulates online. That's funny. All right, what'd y'all say in here while I was laughing my ass off? Brat arguing with anyone is very entertaining. Yeah, that guy's funny. I seen the guy that was complaining in way more clips, though. That guy's, like, way famous. Like, for non-poker players, that guy's famous. I just can't believe Phil is so upset about it unless he's trying to count. I couldn't tell if he was, like, actually butthurt. In the beginning, it felt like it. And then the more he kept doing it, it felt like he was doing it to get more rolls. Like, so he could try to get the guy to get him to, like, do more hands without looking. And then he lost anyway, so it was like, good job, dude. I did that one time. We were so tired. We were cooking a brisket one night. And we were playing Hold'em. And it was just a bunch of people, like, friends playing. And we were so tired because we had been doing this since, like, the night before. It was, like, 4 in the morning the next day. And we were trying to, like, get to bed. We were like, bro, can we finish this card game and go to bed? So I got fed up with it because this one guy was kind of playing really slow. And so I was like, bro, I will literally play blind hands just to go to bed. Like, I don't care if I lose. And I won 4 blind hands in a row, and we went to bed. It was awesome. The power of wanting to go to sleep. That would probably never happen in like an actual scenario. Standing up and saying that is overboard. The last thing he did sitting down was... Yeah, that was crazy how he like walks over to the other guy too, like the host. And is like, yeah, isn't that some shit, man? Blah, blah, blah. Like, what? Bro, you're on TV being recorded still. That's like crying and saying... Like in baseball, you know how they do tricks with like the ball? Like sometimes they don't throw it back to the pitcher and they hold it and then they get the guy out because he's trying to lead off the base. That's like saying that's cheating. It's like, bro, you just weren't paying attention. That's not cheating. You just suck. Sorry that you weren't paying attention. That's like literally the same thing. If that ever happened in baseball and then the guy that got out was like crying about it, bro, everybody would clown him. Because it's like, bro, that's part of the game. Like, what are you crying about? That's pretty funny, though. Fortune favors the brave. It really does. That's why everyone will needle him when they get a chance because he's infamous for tilting. Almost never stops. That's pretty funny. Back to PDC, guys. Good call out by Garden Trader here. This is our deciding area, guys. So, and also, remember what I said earlier. It's not just caveman thinking. Outside of this, we go down. Outside of this, we go up. What is happening inside of here, guys? Is it just a void, or is there actual info we can take from this? There is. We've had a test the previous day closed. We came back up to the 0.5 to try to go back up. Rejected, came back down. So this actually favors sellers a little bit more than buyers just because we do have that context that inside of the range, sellers won the fight. So there was a small tug of war one right here. We're about to see if there's a bigger tug of war about to happen right here, which means I need to go back to my other chart so we can have our targets on our screen. Because they're not on that other one, because we just charted that again. So, we are at a part of the chart where this can start to pull back a lot more, and we have a lot more context inside. It's only 10:30, dude. It felt like a lot later. New low of day, good call out. Good updates, guys. Watching that one YouTube video is going to copyright strike this stream. You've been granted early access to YouTube's new title A/B testing feature designed to help creators compare the performance of titles beyond just thumbnails. Please keep in mind that the feature is still in development, so be sure to report any bugs you encounter. Yeah, because if I report a bug, y'all are going to reply. Later. Why am I being given that? Why can't y'all give me, like, access to cutting videos from my fucking streams? Instead of this. What is this? I've been teasing my fucking VIP floor for a video that isn't even going to happen. Look, I said, guys, be on the watch. This was yesterday. This is what I'm stuck with. We all see that button. I click it. Oh my god! It heard me bitching. Alright, I gotta do this after the stream. Oh my god, we actually got it to work. I just had to yell at it. I was going to be really sad if I couldn't cut that, because that was a really, really, really good rant slash breakdown slash whatever. Alright, well, they broke the level, made a new low of day, and they retook it on the same candle. Here, I'll put an actual level here, so we're not just looking at a purple line that doesn't actually connect all the way. It's just the previous day closed we're marking. Was that dip below just a liquidity grab? Very possible. Very possible. I'm not going to be shocked if we see a lot of like fake outs between these two areas. I think after today's discovery and charting all this stuff over and over and over again, I think we really did kind of nail that down. I mean, we're stuck to this area right now. New high of day comes from this. Imagine. Sheesh. Orange, you glad we got the hell out? Intel's still going, by the way. This was another pick I keep forgetting about. We were calling this out like crazy down here, and I got this from Alst. And there were a bunch of people in chat talking about it, too. But Alst was the one going over this the most. Look, another high. I keep forgetting about this one, dude. This one just keeps going up. Maybe I should keep forgetting about it. Good job, though, Alst. That was a really big win. It's funny because I know I keep saying this, but UPS, Target, TTD, PayPal, Intel, all these other tickers we've been swing trading recently, you could have missed the initial entry and still made money from these trades. Like, that's how well all those charts did. I think that speaks more volumes to the play itself. It's like, that's how good it was. We caught a chunk of it, and we still didn't get it all. Could have entered late and still done well. By the way, what's up, Fipo? I saw your name in here a couple times. Good to see my European... I don't know what I was going to call you there. That was about to get really gay really quick. I love you, Fipo. That's what I was going to say. I love Intel. Intel loves me. I love Intel. Intel loves me. Just write it on the chalkboard like you're Bart 1,000 times. I love Intel. Intel loves me. I love Intel. Intel loves me. And then at the very bottom, you have to write OpenAI. 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 That's funny. Guys, we're approaching almost 11. We're getting towards a lunchtime session. The first part of the day ended. If you don't know what I mean... let's see if this is in the playlist first, because I think I just thought of another video that's not even in here. I didn't put the phases of the day in here. What the fuck is wrong with me? Hold up. The video I was talking about is this one. Y'all need to watch this if you haven't. This one. It's less than 7 minutes. There, now it's in there. Now it has everything. I knew something was missing. I forgot this one and I forgot this one. How dare I? This is probably my most famous video, like in terms of like how people talk to me. Most of my traders will like be like, "Yo, staircase method." I like that a lot. So this is like the most famous amongst my traders, not my channel, of course. I don't know how this video only has 145 views. This video is really good. It's not even 2 minutes long. But yeah, context. It's amazing how many people don't use context. You use it every time you read a book. You use it every time you watch a movie. You use it every time you watch a show. I use the same examples every time, but like, you ever watch like a murder mystery and you have a pretty good idea who it is, but you don't 100% know? That's kind of what this is. You're kind of just stacking context to increase your probability of being right. You're never going to have 100% probability, and you're never 100% going to know that you're right or wrong. At least before. In the moment, you'll know, but beforehand, I mean, we can't see the future. Possible breakdown here if this hammer breaks. That hammer could have been something that held us at low of day. So we'll see if that breaks or not. But previous day close is still being threatened. A break of previous day close can bring a really good pullback. Yeah, we all love FIPO. We got FIPO from Austria. We got Tobias from the Netherlands. We're really collecting all the Pokemon over there. We got Jason from the UK. I haven't talked to my friend that's in the Middle East in a while. Maybe we should reach out to him, see how he's doing. We had a trader from Australia in here at one point. That's hard to talk to people from Australia, man. They're like 16 hours ahead. They're almost like a whole day. Actually, that's not true. Let me look up how far ahead they are. Yes, I was actually on par. That was correct. 16 hours ahead. That is a lot. By the way, thank you guys. We did break 30 likes on the stream. I highly appreciate that. The goal was 20. You guys trumped it again. Maybe 30 should be our goal. We've been hitting 30 like every stream. Is 20 too low? Is 20 too modest? All right, let me check the Discord real quick. What? Is this real? I don't think Rob would lie. I don't even know the Nokia ticker. Oh, knock. That's real. For what? A strategic partnership. $1 billion is insane. $1 billion from Nvidia to Nokia. What reality are we in right now? Where Nokia is back up. Should we own Nokia? Like, what does Nvidia know? What does Nvidia know that we don't? Probably a lot. That's crazy. Nokia, man. Nokia's going to make a comeback in 2025. That is insane. What timeline did I wake up in? Alright, I need to cut this video while I'm streaming. Alright, I can actually cut this video now. Holy. Start from there. I hope you guys enjoyed that breakdown. That was kind of fun to go over. God, I sound so stupid. Alright, there's the end of the video. I can cut it there, finally. That only took 36 hours to get. 36 hours to render a 9-minute, 52-second video from YouTube. Thank you. Create draft. I don't know what I'm supposed to label this. I gotta rewatch the video, honestly. I hate listening to my own voice. Alright, that video is rendering. The market cap is only 42 billion. It would probably be smart to own Nock here. No, yeah, I got what you meant though. Only 42 billion. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it is a small number compared to what it could be. I think I'm just impressed that it's NVIDIA, right? If you would have said any other company, I would have been like, I don't know if that'll hold up. It's NVIDIA, though. So, yeah, you might want to watch Nock more. I might have to put Nock on my work list, because I don't even know where to put that. That is pretty insanely big news, though. Amazon stuck between my triggers today. Isn't that nice? So I'll probably repost Amazon for tomorrow with this pretty much the same exact plan. He said at this point, why don't they just revive BlackBerry? The bids for Nokia $10 strike January. Yeah, I bet they are. I promise you, everybody's seeing that news now, and they're like, okay, I need to buy Leaps on this. It'll probably go down after the news because of that kind of price action. And then it'll probably go back up over time after all those people bleed out of their positions more. But who knows? I don't know. That's a really big news. I could definitely see the early positions getting screwed, though. And then try to reposition from that. But I don't, like I said, I don't know. I don't watch Nokia a whole lot. And that is off of news, but still. It's NVIDIA. That's a big deal. It's not some little company. But yeah, very interesting, Cheaptastic. I am going to end the stream here pretty soon, guys, so make sure you guys get your questions out, or if you have anything you wanted to get off your chest, please feel free to throw it out. I'll read it out. I am happy we got to do 2 streams yesterday. I am happy that the lotto worked. I'm happy a lot of the conversations and discussions we're going over are helping people and growing confidence. We just got to keep it up. I don't know what to call that. A candle by candle review of Spy? Is that a name? A candle by candle review of Spy? Does that sound like a good title? I don't care about views, but I want the title to make sense to people who are going to watch this. Monetization off. They own about 6%. That's insane. Yeah, I guess I'd be interested in like a few months where Nokia is. If has consolidation happened after that news or not, or has more news come out? You know, I'm interested about that though. I added that to the list because I'd like to watch it. I agree though. Something is definitely up. Nvidia and Nokia's pockets. All right, A or B? Should I label this title a candle by candle review of Spy or a candlestick by candlestick review of Spy? Do you think the stick even matters? Do we need to involve the word stick? Or is there a better title someone can think of here? Better title someone can think of. I don't know what the hell I just said before that. A. I'm not gonna lie, at first when I saw your message, I thought it was an arrow up to read his message again, but then I looked at it more and I was like, wait, that's the letter A. Alright, thank you. I'm just gonna go with that. Alright, so this will be for members only. That's gonna be in the members only section of the YouTube channel, and then I'm gonna re-download it, and I'm gonna put it in the trading videos channel for people who are in the Discord. So if you're in the membership, click that. If you don't have it, get it. It's cheaper than Discord. Let me download. Oh, I have to wait for it to finish. Oh, it did finish. I can download it now. Cool. Dude, finally. I've been teasing these people for days. Alright, guys. That video is finally up. Finally. Ugh. I could finally exit that tab of Google. I've had that open since yesterday's stream ended. I'm weird. I don't like having tabs open. I'm just glad that's finally up, man. I've been waiting to get that up. I still need to work on the one from the one you found, Garden. I still need to get those cut. Maybe I'll do that Thursday. All right, well, guys, I'm going to end the stream here soon. If you guys have anything you want to get off your chest, any questions, anything you want to say, let me know. If not, then I'll go ahead and end it there. But I do appreciate everybody for joining in, tuning in, watching, liking, interacting. Anything you did, I appreciate it. If you were more focused on the Discord, also cool. I try to read both as much as I can. React, what's up, bro? You don't even know how many times I've said your name on stream these past few weeks. Every time I say Garden's name, I say React as well. Well, almost every time. You went long off the 15-minute... Oh, let me go to that. I think that's about where we were looking. Oh, on Triple Q. I was like, what are you talking about? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I could see that one instantly. This one, right? Same shit. No, good stuff, good stuff. Just know I have still spread good shit about you in here, even when you're not here. Every time I zoom out to the 15 or the 30, I'm always like, yeah, guys, you need to be doing what Garden and React always remind me of, blah, blah, blah. You know, that same shit. Well, good shit, React. I think this is a good dip buy because it's a good liquidity grab that broke the new low and then closed above. So it's not just an outside bar. It's like an outside bar that might even be a low of day type candle. This is actually kind of what Garden saw earlier on the 5, a little earlier. We have an outside here. And there's some more shit that happened here. There's a lot of stuff here, honestly. We were looking at it on SPY, but it is almost the same setup. Good looks, though. Very, very nice patient buy. It looks weird on this time frame, but on the 15 it looks really, really nice. I don't have all the right levels either, so I don't even have this. I didn't chart Triple Q today. It is holding the level, though. No, you're good, React. I was honestly just bored, so I was gonna end the stream, but you started talking. I don't mind chilling longer. Nobody was really saying much, and honestly, the market's not doing a whole lot. It's kind of just doing what we expected. I talked about today being a potential reset day, and the entire first part of the day has done exactly what we thought. Yes, it's boring TA, but it was correct. Not all TA is going to be exciting. The two things I would probably note was the inside bars on the 5 on SPY, and I really like this 15-minute outside bar on Triple Q that you're pointing out because they're all in the same area. They're all trying to hold the 0.5 overnight, which is a good decisive level for direction short term. So it's good that it's holding that. And then you can see here on SPY, all they've done is they have a lot around here, but they've rejected it. So they're trying to work towards their 0.5. Then you have your tech chart bouncing off their 0.5. But it makes sense why this is stronger. You had Microsoft with news today, so their chart is, of course, going to have a little bit more strength to them. You can see XLK and Triple Q look identical, and that's probably why. Also because they are almost the same chart. But you can see there's a little bit of discrepancy between the SPY and the tech. There's a little bit more bullish hold and bullish intent for the tech chart than we see here for the intraday for SPY. If that makes sense. All right, well, I'll end it there. Thank you, React, for that end of day review there. That was kind of nice. Or end of stream review. Also kind of glad I got to look at my triple Q chart for a second. Appreciate that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the TA on the Netflix lotto swing from yesterday's stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed some of the sector analysis. I really enjoy doing that just for fun because it really is helpful. Helps me feel like I have a better sense of direction on the market. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed all the breakdowns. If you guys have been enjoying really just anything. And I hope you guys like the group. Hope you guys like the people in the group. All that good stuff. I challenge you to invite someone into the group that you actually think would, benefit or even bring something to the group. Invite people. Send that playlist link out, the Welcome to BB. Even if it's to someone that's not in the group, send it to people. Those are all public videos, so send that playlist out, send it out, share it, all that good stuff. And share it in the group as well. If there's someone you see in the group that's like clearly trying to ask for supply and demand, go link them that playlist. There's a supply and demand video in there. If they're asking about candlestick patterns, link them that. There's also a free PDF. I saw Garden link someone that the other day. So make sure you guys are linking the right resources to people. But guys, see you later on. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for all the likes. And I'll see you in the Discord. Have a great rest of your day.